Here is what happened to British homes between 1960 and 1990. We took one of the most sophisticated passive ventilation systems ever built into residential housing, a system that had kept British homes free of condensation, mould, and indoor air quality problems for over 100 years, and we systematically blocked every single component of it. In the name of energy efficiency, in the name of draft proofing, in the name of modernisation. We blocked the air bricks, we sealed the chimneys, we filled the underfloor voids, we painted over the ventilation slots, and then we spent the next 40 years wondering why our homes were damp, mouldy and unhealthy. The system we destroyed was not an accident of Victorian construction. It was a deliberate, engineered solution to the precise problem that is now costing the UK billions of pounds a year in mould remediation, health costs and structural damage. And almost nobody who lives in a British home built before 1960 knows it was ever there. This is the story of what we lost, and why getting it back costs almost nothing. If you are new here, hit subscribe now. Every week, British Home Secrets reveals the knowledge they buried, built specifically for UK homes. Now let us get into this. Victorian and Edwardian builders understood something about moisture that the construction industry forgot for 30 years and is only now beginning to rediscover. They understood that a building cannot be sealed, that moisture, produced by the people living inside, by cooking, by breathing, by drying clothes, must have a continuous pathway out of the building. Not a controlled pathway, not a managed pathway, a continuous one. The moment you interrupt the continuous movement of air through a building, you create a reservoir of trapped moisture. And trapped moisture in a cold climate does one thing. It condenses on the coldest surfaces it can find. It creates damp. It feeds mould. It rots timber. It damages plaster. It damages health. The Victorian ventilation system was the solution to this problem. It was built into every element of every house, and it worked for 100 years before we decided we knew better and blocked it. Let us go through every component of what was lost. The first component is the air brick. Every Victorian and Edwardian house in Britain was built with terracotta or cast iron air bricks set into the external walls at ground level. Their purpose was to ventilate the underfloor void, the space between the ground and the suspended timber floor above. This void is cold. Cold surfaces in contact with warm, moist air produce condensation. Without ventilation, the underfloor void accumulates moisture. The suspended floor joists rot, and eventually, the floor itself fails. The air bricks created a cross-flow of outside air through the underfloor void, entering on one side of the house and exiting on the other, that kept the timber dry and the floor structurally sound. A house with clear, unobstructed air bricks has joists that last 200 years. A house whose air bricks have been blocked by soil build-up in the garden, by render applied over them during a refurbishment, by insulation pushed into the void, or by well-meaning but uninformed draft proofing, has joists that can fail within 20 years of the blockage. And a significant proportion of UK houses built before 1960 have blocked air bricks right now. This is the part that most people find shocking when they first understand it. The air bricks are not a flaw in the design of Victorian houses. They are not a draft problem to be solved. They are a structural requirement. A house with a suspended timber floor and blocked air bricks is a house with a structural problem in progress. The rot is slow. It is invisible. The first visible sign, a slightly bouncy floor, a door that no longer closes correctly because the frame has moved, typically appears 15 to 20 years after the blockage. By that point, the remediation involves lifting the floor, replacing the joists, clearing the blockage, and reinstating the ventilation. Cost is between £2,000 and £8,000, depending on the extent of the rot. The cost of clearing blocked air bricks before the damage begins, a wire brush and 5 minutes per brick, is zero. The second component of the lost ventilation system is the chimney. Every room in a Victorian house had a fireplace. Every fireplace connected to a chimney. Chimneys do not only carry smoke, they carry air. A chimney creates a continuous upward flow of air through the stack effect. Warm air inside rises naturally and escapes through the top. This draws replacement air into the room from below, through gaps around windows, under doors, and through the deliberate ventilation gaps built into the construction. The chimney was the engine of the whole house ventilation system. It created continuous air movement through every room simultaneously. The moisture produced by the occupants, cooking, breathing, drying clothes, was carried upward and out of the building continuously. Without effort, without electricity, without any moving parts. When open fires were replaced by central heating, the chimneys became redundant as flues, and they were blocked. Sometimes with a board, sometimes with expanding foam, sometimes with a vent cap that allows minimal air movement, sometimes completely. The immediate effect was a reduction in draft, which was perceived as a benefit in an era of rising energy costs. The long-term effect was the elimination of the primary moisture removal mechanism in every room of the house. Condensation began forming on cold surfaces. Mould appeared in the corners of rooms, behind furniture, on window frames. The occupants blamed the weather. They blamed the age of the building. They blamed the windows. Nobody told them that the engine of their ventilation system was now a sealed tube of masonry. A blocked chimney can be partially restored without reinstating the fireplace. A chimney ventilator, a small louved vent that fits into the fireplace opening, allows air to continue moving through the chimney stack without allowing full chimney drafts into the room. These vents cost between £5 and £20. They can be fitted in minutes without any tools. They restore the stack effect ventilation to the chimney while preventing the room from becoming unacceptably cold. In rooms where condensation and mould are persistent problems, despite surface treatments and cleaning, which is the majority of the cases we hear from viewers of this channel, a blocked chimney is very frequently the primary cause. Not the only cause, but the primary one. And a £5 vent is very often the fix. The third component is the suspended floor ventilation gap. Victorian floors are not laid on solid concrete. They are suspended timber, floorboards nailed to joists, the joists resting on low walls or bearers above the bare earth below. The gap between the underside of the floor and the earth is typically between 300 and 600 millimeters. Air, bricks we described earlier, ventilate this gap from outside. But there is a second element to the underfloor ventilation that almost no modern guide mentions. Victorian builders deliberately left gaps in the low walls, the sleeper walls, that support the joists inside the underfloor void. These gaps allow air to move laterally through the entire underfloor space, not just in a straight line between the opposing air bricks. When Victorian houses were renovated and insulation were added under the floors, a well-intentioned energy-saving measure, these internal air pathways were frequently blocked. The result was a perfectly insulated but poorly ventilated void. Moisture accumulated. Joists rotted. The insulation that was supposed to save energy accelerated structural damage. The fourth component is the ventilation gap above the ceiling in the upper rooms. Victorian lofts were not sealed, insulated, warm spaces. They were cold, ventilated, moving air spaces. The cold loft above a Victorian bedroom ceiling acted as a buffer, drawing moisture-laden warm air upward from the room through small gaps in the ceiling plaster and expelling it through the ventilated roof space. This is why Victorian ceilings have so many small cracks and imperfections. They were never intended to be perfectly sealed. They were intended to breathe. When 20th century renovators plastered these ceilings perfectly smooth, insulated the loft floor to the full depth, and sealed every gap in the pursuit of energy efficiency, they eliminated another pathway for moisture removal. The loft became a warm, moist, sealed space. Condensation formed on the underside of the cold roof tiles. Timber in the roof structure began to rot from above, and the ceiling below, no longer breathing, began to trap moisture in the rooms underneath. The restoration of the Victorian ventilation system does not require demolition, renovation, or professional trades. It requires three things. Clear every air brick on your external walls. They should be visible at ground level, terracotta or cast iron grills set into the brick. If they are blocked by soil, render, or garden debris, clear them with a stiff brush or a length of wire. Do not fill them with anything. They are meant to be open. Install a chimney ventilator in every sealed fireplace opening in your home. £5 to £20 each from any DIY supplier. They take minutes to fit and they restore continuous air movement through the chimney stack. And when assessing any renovation or insulation work, particularly under floors, ensure that air pathways through the underfloor void are maintained and not blocked by insulation material. These 3 interventions cost under £50 for an entire house. They restore a ventilation system that was engineered, tested and refined over 100 years of British housing experience. They address the root cause of the condensation, mould and timber decay that cost British households billions of pounds every year. And they were never blocked maliciously. They were blocked by people who did not understand what they were blocking, who thought they were improving their homes, who were never told that the drafty, imperfect, breathing Victorian house was performing a function that their perfectly sealed, perfectly insulated renovation had destroyed. You now know that Victorian houses were built with a 4-component passive ventilation system, air bricks, chimneys, underfloor pathways, and breathing ceilings that worked continuously without effort or electricity for over 100 years. You know that this system was systematically blocked during 20th century renovations in the name of energy efficiency. You know that blocked air bricks cause joist rot that costs between £2,000 and £8,000 to remediate. You know that blocked chimneys eliminate the primary moisture removal mechanism from every room they served. You know that a £5 chimney ventilator restores continuous air movement through a sealed chimney stack. You know that clearing blocked air bricks costs nothing. And you know that the condensation and mould problems affecting millions of British homes built before 1960 are not the result of damp climates or poor construction. They are the result of 100 years of ventilation engineering being blocked in a generation. Share this video with everyone you know who lives in a Victorian or Edwardian home in Britain. The system that protects their home is still there. It just needs to be unblocked. This is British Home Secrets. We find the knowledge they buried and we give it back to the people who need it. Subscribe, because there is a lot more where this came from.